Today I want to talk about a quick technical and sound tip that could change the way you look and sound instantly. Super easy. Let's get to it right now. For many of us, the first time we picked up a drumstick, we probably weren't given any formal instruction. We just picked it up and started swinging it around and hitting things. Some of us might have had a band teacher or a private instructor or somebody older who played the drums who showed us how to hold it and how it should move. So when it came to getting a cross stick sound, we just kind of did what came naturally. For most of us, it probably looked something like this. That is not a terrible sound. In fact, for many applications, it's probably perfectly usable, and if you're comfortable with it and you like it, go crazy. You don't even need to watch any more of this video. But if you want to have another option, something that might upgrade your sound and make you look a little bit more professional, this is what I'd suggest. First off, rather than put the butt end of the stick down on the drum and the tip of the stick across the rim, I'm just going to flip that around. So I'm now putting the tip of the stick on the drum and the butt part out across the rim. Now, two things that I do that make it sound a lot better. First off, I'm going to put the heel of my hand down on the drum. I'm literally resting my hand on the drum. I'm not pushing super hard, but I'm resting my hand on the drum. And then when I move the stick, I'm going to use my thumb and forefinger to hold the stick, but my other fingers are going to reach out and grab the drum. Almost like a conga slap if you've ever played hand drums, but really I'm just trying to dampen the drum so that it can't ring. You get no extra noise whatsoever. And then with the heel of my hand down, I'm going to take this tip of the stick and it's also going to touch down on the drum. So there's a little triangle of space right here. So if you're looking at that this way, the stick is kind of coming out the side of your hand like that. So back down on the drum. I've got the heel of my hand on the drum, I've got the tip on the drum, and then I'm gonna I'm kind of pressing down with this part of the hand right there. I'm gonna just lay it down on the rim and grab the head at the same time. And hopefully you can see this on the video, but right there's a tiny little bit of space. I don't actually hold it down on the rim, I let it bounce a little bit, and my fingers stop the ringing of the sound. So that's a huge difference. I want to show you just a couple of quick playing examples on my drum kit. This was recorded with an AKG C214 about 4 feet out from the snare drum directly in front of the kit. There's no compression, no reverb, no processing of any kind. It's just the microphone in the room. So as you can hear, there's some pretty drastically different sounds you can get just by changing from the tip of the stick to the butt of the stick and vice versa, and also getting that hand down, getting your heel of your hand and your fingers down so that what you really get is the stick sound and not very much head or drum shell sound. There's a couple more things I want you to think about as you experiment with this technique. One is that where the tip of the stick is relative to the hoop matters. I recommend, depending on your drum, your stick, how it's tuned, you experiment with that tip being, quite far in to quite far out. And then also the angle of the stick, how much drum head you're covering. For me, I roughly like to just cut it in half, just straight halfway across the drum. So you've got half this side and half that side. That helps a ton. One more thing to think about is that this technique allows you to very easily transition from traditional grip to a nice fat cross stick sound. I use traditional grip primarily when I play jazz, and I find it really easy to go from this to this. And I will have to adjust the stick a little bit, but from traditional to a nice fat cross stick sound, that's a pretty easy transition to make. Now, playing traditional grip is also a topic for another video. We'll get into that later. I hope today's video was helpful. I hope you have a ton of fun experimenting with the different sounds that your snare drum can get you in different styles. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here.